Welcome back. This is episode 3 of Mark My Bird. My name is T-Bird.
And I'm Mark Clavin.
Mark, how we living today? What are we doing? What are we talking about in your world?
I mean, it's only taken 3 episodes and we're already dressing alike. So I don't know. A lot's going on over here, man. Cleveland's busy. We got the NCAA Final Four Women's Championship going down, which we attached to, for no apparent reason, a bunch of professional snowboarders, which we will give an award out once there's a national champion for the NCAA tournament. I don't know.
Are you, I actually read that the Iowa LSU game in the Elite Eight was the most watched women's basketball game in history, which is so fucking dope.
Yeah, which that means it's probably like 30 times more watched than the natural selection final that happened the same week.
Okay. Jesus Christ. He's already taking shots. Are you going to try to make it to a Final Four game? What are tickets running at right now?
They're expensive. They are actually more than a lift ticket to any Vail resort. They're like the cheapest ticket in Cleveland right now is like $385.
Let me ask you this about Cleveland as we're like, jumping into the Cleveland talk with more and more with every episode. What is the closest resort to your house? Where do you ride in Cleveland?
Alpine Valley, baby. It's about 15 minutes away, open till 10 p.m. It used to have tow ropes. So honestly, like going out west was kind of a shock to me when I moved out there for a while and you'd have to drive like 2 hours to a mountain anywhere. Because I just grew up going 10 minutes down the road and you could ride after school every day to Cleveland snowboarding scene was very strong growing up. There's a lot of us kind of like intermixed in snowboarding right now.
What is the cost of a lift ticket there? What are we talking? Like $40? Are we talking like $15?
No, yeah. Prior to Vail buying everything in the area, yeah, it was pretty cheap. And then Vail came in, and now it's like, yeah, you're 68, $18 hamburger. Pretty bummer, but
Big news for the audience and for you, Mark. We have a potential jingle coming
already.
In. Yeah. So we got hit up yesterday at ohno.itslolo. I volunteered to write your jingle. So I told her to DM me and I'll tell her where to send it. And then Andy Lowe, aka Alo, DM'd me. The world-renowned rapper, musician, instrumentalist. He's also gonna submit a jingle. So we'll have a jingle update in one of these episodes, probably after this one, and we'll see which jingle the people like more.
The Alo, that's pretty interesting. I have one thing that might shock you. I think the Instagram name you said is my cousin's Instagram name. So
no,
maybe
get here.
Yeah, so I think my cousin's gonna be maybe trying to give us a jingle. That's cool.
Oh,
thank you, Lauren Lolo.
Oh, that's dope. All right, so we've recapped what's going on in our world. We dressed alike by accident today, but that's just bound to happen when you spend a lot of time with people. I am so fucking excited for our guest today. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
Oh yeah, let me pull up some facts about our guest. Major fact.
Real quick. If you try to burn this dude, he's coming in hot as hell. Just know that.
That's very fair. I mean, to be quite honest, when we talked to him yesterday and he agreed to come on the show, your first thing you did was you FaceTimed me while you were walking to an MMA gym. So were you training for this?
No.
Are you a little afraid?
Okay, listen. It's a gym that also has MMA in it. And have I taken a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class? I have. Am I the weakest person in the class? I am. So that's currently where we stand with it. But yes, I'm prepping for any time I might have to wrestle or fight this dude.
So you moved out of Southern California, but you couldn't get the Southern California obsession with jiu-jitsu taken out?
You could take the boy out of SoCal, Mark.
All right. Well, let's see. Our first problem guest already. He made us wait till the last second to see if he could do this or not, because he was waiting on to see if his skies cleared so he could get into a helicopter. He looks like Harry Potter after a long weekend, like you like you, T-Bird, he's a bit of an instigator. He likes to get his friends to do very stupid things while he joins in as well, film them, and then we can all laugh about it on the internet. He really loves back threes. His highest FIS contest finish was second place, a slopestyle contest in Sunshine Village 2016. He's part of the Bend Elite by way of Montana. He is one Gen Zer that does not overshare on the internet, but 100% will rip your ear off with his takes in person, which we very much appreciate. He might be one of the riders that has benefited the most off of NST without actually ever winning, although I would say he is a champion. Some people call him Big Air. Some people call him Nightmare. I think he's just a big teddy bear. Welcome to the show, Jared Elston.
Hey guys, what's up?
Dude, what an intro, Mark.
Yeah, that was wonderful, Mark. I appreciate that.
I also read that I did a little digging. I read that you were making coffee tables during quarantine on some like tactics interview.
Oh, yeah, I think we were just bored as hell during quarantine, and I like kind of taught myself how to weld to like make a sled deck one year, and so we were just like, me and my pops were just in the garage every day. Made a coffee table for my ex-girlfriend, so yeah, that was pretty sick, I guess.
What? Give us the update. Where are you? What are you doing? It's a down day, waiting to get in a heli.
Yeah, so we're up at Alaska Glacier Lodge, which is in like an hour outside of Anchorage with Crown Mountain guides. Yeah, been here for like 5 days now, kind of just been clouded in the whole time. You need to like wait for full sun to ride out here. So
how bad was this coffee table that your girlfriend went from your girlfriend to your ex-girlfriend?
Dude, no, she loved the coffee table.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was like I grinded down most of my welds because they looked kind of shitty, but it's still there. I still got it.
Yeah, I mean, and your dad's like a master craftsman, obviously, right? So you probably had some help there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say master craftsman, but he knows how to do a little bit of everything.
Give us a little more on your dad. He's a surfboard shaper, legendary surfboard shaper. Yeah, Simon Elston.
Yeah, I mean, not like legendary surfboard shaper. He glasses for Jerry Lopez, who is like arguably, like one of the most legendary surfers and surfboard shapers of all time. And he does like all his crazy perfect glass. Like his glassing is like he's one of the best glassers. And then he'll shape boards for this company Cubicle out of Bend. They make river boards for the wave there, but also like they make ocean boards. Like he's made me a couple boards. He makes himself boards for sure.
And he's an Aussie, right?
Yeah, Aussie by way of England, like when he was like 10, and then married my mom over here like 30 years ago.
He must be a funny motherfucker, because I honestly think the two funniest people on earth are Australians and British.
Yeah, I mean, I think once you fucking meet him, like it'll explain me a lot more. Like Travis met him the other day, and Ben, he's like, dude, that's hilarious, man. He's a fucking legend. I'm like, oh yeah, he's the shit.
So I heard in there in Mark's intro by way of Montana. Were you born in Montana? If so, I did not know that.
Really? Yeah, no, I was born in Montana, moved to Bend when it was the summer after 8th grade, so I would have been like 13 or 14. But yeah, Bend ever since. Just like grew up in like a small little like basically in the woods, like 20 minutes outside of Helena, which is the capital. But not like hilly, but not like super mountainy.
What catalyzed the move to Bend? Was it like snowboard related, or did your parents just like Bend as a whole? Thought it was cool?
Yeah, I mean, like me and my brother were both doing slopestyle contests at the time, and we were like trying to like kind of give that a go. My brother was a skier. We were kind of doing that, traveling around a lot. Then like my dad's business closed during the recession, and it was kind of like hard times a little bit. And I don't know, kind of just we were over it as a whole. And Bend was like the only affordable, like we were looking at like a bunch of ski towns, and like Bend was affordable at the time. And so that was like the biggest, we could like sell our house in Montana and like afford to live in Bend,
Yeah.
So that
quick update on you. Do you think you will ever be able to buy a house in Bend? An update on your snowboarding success rate. Do you think you will ever be able to?
Trying.
Yeah.
I mean, I could for sure. It's more just like, is it fucking worth it? Like basically like the smallest. I don't know. It's just like you could get such a better house somewhere else for like the same amount of money. So I'm kind of just like hanging tight for the moment. I also like my truck got repoed on accident last fall. Not on accident or last spring, but like they told me my auto pay was set up and it fucking wasn't, and I was gone for the winter and didn't make payments on my truck. So my truck got fucking repoed in June, and I'm like still, it just like took like 200 points off my credit score. So I've been like on phone with like I like hired a service that's like going after my like loan company. It's been such a pain in the ass. So I kind of got to wait for my credit score to go back up before I even like try and do something like that.
Were you there when it got repoed, or is this one of those like you were on a trip, you came home, truck was gone?
No, dude, middle of the fucking night. I was like, I packed up. I was about to go on a 2-week road trip to Utah and Montana. Like all my camping shit, my dirt bike, like all my shit, like packed in my truck, ready to go. I was gonna leave at like 5 a.m. I'm like, go to walk outside at 5, and my truck's just fucking gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I like call the cops. Like, I'm like, my truck got, or like my roommate was there. I'm like, did you see like my truck last night? And he was like, yeah, it was there when I got home at like 3. So it was like stolen between 3 and 5. And then I like post some shit on my story, like, look for my truck, like license plate XX and X. People are reposting it. Then the cops call me back like fucking 30 minutes later, like, yeah, dude, your shit got fucking repo. You're not paying your loan. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, luckily it was early enough in the morning. It was just like only like 2 or 3 people reposted, but like, oh, that would have sucked. So embarrassing.
Oh, that's incredible. And so did you find out what was the process like in getting the truck back?
Getting the truck back was, I mean, it was just like I had to pay off 3 months worth of payments and to give the fucking repo guy like $1,000. It was so annoying.
They got you for 3 months, dude. Cleveland's really easy, man. I have not paid my water bill in way longer than 3 months, and I'm fine.
Well, it's because you don't shower. You're not using any of it. Look at you.
You don't have to shower to be on a podcast.
That is
Big
true.
plus.
True.
Dude, that's a wild fucking story. That's insane. Truck repoed. That sucks. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I mean, it was a good learning experience, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's just hard keeping up on like admin shit like that when you're gone for 3 months, or when you like, I've had a bunch of loans for sleds and I've never had an issue with the auto pay, but this, yeah, kind of got fucked up. But
that's actually
now we're on the road to credit recovery right now.
That's a pretty good topic to get into. Like, all of us are always traveling nonstop. It is very hard to actually have a reliable and like successful adult life, like keeping up with all your bills at home. And then because when you get home, you're exhausted and you're just like, I just kind of want to chill. And then you have to do kind of all the adult things.
Dude, that's why I'm so grateful for my wife, Lauren. Like, she handles all of that shit when I'm gone. She pretty much handles it when I'm home, too. Like, the family runs through Lauren. I'm just like an accessory of it, like support squad.
Yeah, luckily my parents are pretty helpful most of the time. Almost all the time. But yeah, like get all my shit sent there. And if there's like anything super important that comes in the mail, they'll kind of take care of it for me. So major shout out to that.
I don't have a wife and I don't live with my parents, so I'm on my own.
You're not on your own. You've been engaged for like 7 years, Mark.
Let's say, did you guys break up? What the hell happened?
No, I'm just kidding. No, Jacka is actually, I'm in my kitchen right now and my long-term partner is standing right here. She kind of just gave me an eye.
So Jer, who are you up in AK with? What's the crew?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like for the Arc'teryx video that we've been working on. No title just yet, but me, Severin Vandermeer, and Elena Height have been filming for it all year. And then so that's us 3 up here right now, and then Willem Jones, filmer, and Silvano is our photog. And then my brother Jonah is coming on Saturday, and he's going to film too.
I remember
business.
I remember the first time
That's-
when I was working at Snowboarder. I remember the first time Silvano's photo submission came in, and I had fucking never ever seen anything like the stuff he had shot. That dude is so talented. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's really good. Good dude too.
Yeah, Arc'teryx is doing a lot this. What's it like going from like, one of the bougiest teams on the Adidas snowboarding team to like Arc'teryx, which arguably even fancier. That is a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely super lucky. Adidas was definitely bougie, and it was like, yeah, especially as like an AM, just to like get brought on these trips, like, and you're just getting used to like, yeah, just being treated really well, and then lucky enough to move to Arc'teryx and like 100% even getting treated better over there, which is like, oh shit, like, damn, you guys are really sick.
In the tiers of athletes, they're like, yeah, you guys treated like, I'm guessing they're trail runners and like who's the top dogs at Arc'teryx?
I don't know. The cult, like that's like the thing about Arc'teryx is like, I get hit up a lot about like, how do I get on the team? Like, how do I get sponsored? And it's like really, I mean, there's definitely like more climbers probably than like skiers or like snow people, maybe. But it's just like, oh, we got like 4 snowboarders and 4 girl snowboarders, and then like climbers and then trail runners, and like they're all part of like the same, like all the events, like no one's separated, like everyone kind of comes to all the events. So like I know the climbers and the trail runners and the mountaineers, and it's like kind of a bigger like culture of a team as opposed to like a traditional snowboard team, if that makes sense. And it doesn't, and that's like kind of something I think is cool, is like there doesn't really seem to be a hierarchy of like, oh, this is like the dude at the brand or whatever. It's more, everyone's got a lot of respect for each other, and like everyone gets treated fairly, like everyone gets treated the same, like no one's really getting special treatment. So yeah,
everyone gets steak and lobster on every trip in Alaska.
oh yeah.
Are we talking surf and turf every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Dude, it's pretty nice. I was like, damn, we're paying how much for food? Because it's like a lodge setup. But yeah, it's been really nice. Like king crab first night. It's been a lot of good seafood for sure.
Yeah, what part of Alaska are you in again?
Close to Palmer, which is like an hour outside of Anchorage.
Have you rode in that area before?
No, closest I've been to here is Valdez. We're like kind of between Valdez and the Tordrillos.
Was this a trip that, like, before Revelstoke Natural Selection, did you know you were going on this trip, or did you kind of pull the trigger like last minute style?
No, we've been kind of planning this for a while now. And when I say we, I mean Elena. She's been taking care of all the logistics, really. She's got a relationship with the guides in the operation here. So she's been kind of like getting us sorted and worked out a deal with Crown Mountain Guides. And yeah, they've been super accommodating. So yeah, we've been planning this trip for a while, because you kind of got to now. It's not like how it used to be when you could just like come up and strike it, like everything's fucking booked. You're not just gonna like waltz your way into a heli on a good day.
Going back to Bend, Oregon, the recent shakeup is the relocation or partial relocation of T. Ricky, Travis. So now, with Travis in the mix, give us the like, King, Prince, like give us the breakdown. What's the royalty? What's the royal family looking like in Bend these days?
The royal dude. But I gotta fucking rank them in chronological order, or
I mean, who's the current king of Bend at the moment?
dude, probably Kai Huggen or Drew, just because like those Kai Huggen snowboards more at Bachelor than any of us do. Same with Drew Brownrigg, but Kai's just like on a heater right now. But I mean, it'll be sick once everyone gets back for the spring. But like obviously, Jar goes off, Gabe, Ben, Austin and Curtis don't really do anything at Bachelor. They're kind of weak, or they'll just come up and take 2 runs, be like, oh, let's go get fucking sport, But it's fun to like, I don't know, the mountain's so fun in the spring. It's like fun to fly off some shit.
How did you first meet Jar, aka Mason Lemery? I'll go by his nickname and then his real name because I like Jar better.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I think I saw him in line at Skyliner, Bachelor, and he just like said what up to us, and we're like, oh, like what's up, dude? I mean, he tells a story, it makes it sound like I cool guyed him, but I was just like, what up, man? And then you'd kind of like see him through the park, like kind of flying off some shit. You're just like, whoa, what the fuck did that guy just do? And then it kind of like turned into a joke, and then we're just like, me and Gabe, we're just like, oh, eyes on Lemery, just like whenever he was like in the park, just like watch him. And then he would just like, dude, that was fucking sick. And then you like talk to him, then he'll just tell you like a crazy party story from the night before. And we're like, dude, we gotta start kicking it with fucking Jar, man. Like, what's going on with this kid? And then maybe it was either that season or the next. Nick and I were on an Adidas trip to Baker with Blauvelt, and so he's Blauvelt's nephew. And so Jake brought him up, and we were there. There was like 4 good days, and like hiked one day, and he's just like, we rode like mini, and we're like, this kid's kind of a fucking liability. And he just like rode mini AK and like basically just like pointed the whole fucking thing, and then like gapped over this like mini Bergstrand thing. We're like, holy, and then like fully blew past all of us, like didn't see us, like went way down the mountain. And then yeah, just like ever since that trip, I've just been like, holy fuck, this kid is so sick. And just like for as like someone to like go ride with, and just like he's like, yeah, I don't know, this thing's kind of whack, and then just does like the sickest thing you've ever seen. You're like, fuck, dude, he's just like so fun to ride with and like so motivating to be around.
Didn't you guys end up? Are you guys living together right now, or you guys were living together for a time?
Yeah, no, we live together. He's my roommate.
At Ben Ferguson's house, correct?
No, we have our own house called the Den.
It's called the what?
The Lion's Den is the nickname.
What's up with everyone naming, like, I know it's a big thing in Salt Lake. It probably has been, and it's a big thing in like colleges. So
yeah,
where did you get the name, and why is everyone obsessed with naming their houses?
I want to say Baden actually named it that. I don't know. It just went there and stuck. I like it. Makes it easier.
You don't have to give people did you mark it in Google Maps? Like, is it a spot? So instead of giving people your address, you're like, just look up, it's called the Den?
I'm trying to have like as little fucking people over as possible most of the time, so no. That's
fair.
I mean, not. I just yeah.
So, what is Jar's current situation? Who's he filming for? Has he got anything going this year?
Yes, so Jar has been filming with my brother's a filmer, so he's been filming with Jar most of the season with Parker, Gabe, Stacks, and Baden. They're like working on I don't know what their decision is on like how they're presenting it, but it's basically, I think Butter is going to edit it, so it's going to be like a somewhat continuation of Brown. I doubt it'll be labeled under the Brown Cinema production, maybe, but I don't know. It should be sick. Sounds like they got a bunch of good footage.
Yeah, I talked to Gabe yesterday on his drive up from he was going Montana to Whistler, I think, and he was saying it's been a pretty loose program, but they got like a bunch of good footage.
It's definitely a loose program from everything I've heard, but that's just how those dudes roll, and they can make it work. So that's sick.
How's it been riding with Severin Vandermeer?
It's cool. I mean, to be honest, we haven't ridden that much this year. It was like 1-on-1 Europe trip, and it was kind of like the snow kind of went to shit after a couple of days, and then went to Japan, and he got sick before Japan, so he didn't come. And so yeah, honestly, I haven't filmed with him that much. I got to film with him last year for Brown a little bit, but he's so mellow, just like really good eye for natural terrain. Like, I think we like riding a lot of the same stuff, so like it's easy to go to the same zones and like work with each other, I guess. And he's just hilarious. Like, the Euro vibe is so different and so funny, and it's just like a nice yin and yang.
I've only hung out with him a few times, but for listeners that don't know him well, if you just picture kind of a misty guy with a knitted hat on, a scarf, drinking an espresso, and slippers, very handsome. That basically is who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of like I've shot with Severin a bunch, you know, when I was shooting for Ride the last few winters. The way I see the way Severin rides is he maximizes like every single little thing on the hill. Like in excuse me, instead of going like straight down the hill, he kind of like zigzags and hits as many features as humanly possible. It's so dope.
Yeah, super unique style, and definitely like paints his line down the mountain for sure. It's good. I'm excited to watch him up here because like it's his first trip to AK. It's not like I'm some fucking AK veteran or anything, but like just like being able to watch him like learn it and like figure it out, like it's gonna be because he's so like his style is so reminiscent of Nicholas Mueller in my opinion. So I mean that's pretty exciting to watch someone like that in Alaska.
I want to talk about Natural Selection Tour a little bit this year. It's funny because you and I were FaceTiming a ton, like while you were up there the week before I had even gotten to Revy, and I could tell you kind of came into NST this year with like a different mindset than years prior. Like you seemed more focused and more kind of like dedicated to like really perform well. Is that a proper take?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's like I'm definitely like trying to like make it seem like I don't care on the outside, but like I don't know, it is an important thing and it's something I definitely want to win. And like especially this year, not filming as much, like I've got to snowboard more than I ever have. Like I'm feeling better than I ever have on my board, and like riding Baker a lot, and just like yeah, I don't know. And it's like fuck you. If you're gonna show up to a contest, you might as well try and win. And so I have like the resources and like energy to try and do that. And so why wouldn't I, you know, why not take it seriously?
Dude, I honestly like your energy on day one. I remember thinking in my head, like as you were riding out from that kind of double stack, and once you stomped it and the crowd erupted, I was like, yo, fucking Elston looks unbeatable. It was
Thank you.
crazy. It was so fucking sick.
Like that first live day ended up just being so fun. Just the course, like a little bit shorter, a little more digestible. Snow was obviously good. Crowd at the bottom was like sick, like good energy. And like obviously I probably wouldn't be like saying I had as much fun if I didn't land my runs, but like I did, and it was like fuck yeah, it just felt so good. Like you've never like everyone's like making fun of like my claim after that second run pillow line, but I was just like, holy fuck, like I'm so stoked to like
Dude, hell no.
so
Like you can't clown on that shit. That's sports. That's like what it is in front of a live audience. And I firmly believe you wouldn't have done that unless there was a crowd that was going like absolutely batshit crazy down there. It wouldn't have been the same if there was no crowd.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it is like it's the crazy feeling to just be like so like kind of just like up on a fucking edge, just like kind of looking down, and then you're just like you hear just people yelling so loud down there, and you're like, all right, I better ride this fucking fast, and just like because that second one I was like, oh god, I don't really know what's down there, just like jumped off and it ended up working out. But yeah, and then you're riding out and people are going nuts. You're like, all right, I'm probably gonna have this feeling like maybe never again, you know, like riding out from like a line in the backcountry to like a crowd screaming, you know, that's
dude. And for the people that like are watching from home, because I was live streaming everything from my kitchen in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah,
like you were kind of made for TV for this. Like every year you've done it. Like you have the reaction in the riders corral, you have that claim, and it doesn't come off as cheesy. It actually like you can tell he cares about this. He's very talented, and like he's excited to show what he can do to a crowd. Like it comes off very genuine, which I think it is. And that's why I would say I think you're one of the riders that has benefited a huge amount off Natural Selection, because every time you go there, you leave with like a clip that people enjoy rewatching, and you can kind of see it's what the sport needs 100%.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. And like that is like I'm trying to move away from like riding it as a contest and like trying to like draw points out of every little section and more just like trying to ride it how you would ride it in a video. That's like obviously easier said than done. But yeah, I mean, that's like, if you walk away with like a clip that you'd be hyped to post or hyped to put in a video part, like that's the dream. And, you know, it's like a lot of hard work, you know, goes into that. And so when it pays off like that, it's fucking really special feeling for sure.
Did you grow up competitive? Like, did you play team sports or anything like that? Or was it always like solo stuff?
I played soccer. I think it was mostly competitive with my brother because my older brother was like always so much like always better than me at everything we did, like mountain biking. Like he was a really good skier. He was like always ahead of me at like what he was doing in skiing and mountain biking. And so I was like always just like, fuck, I gotta like get better than Jonah. And like I think from that, like a natural competitiveness, definitely like a natural competitiveness. Fuck, I'm like can't even talk right now. But yeah, that's where competitiveness comes from, I would think. And
Jonah and Jared sound like a perfect 90s sitcom about action sports kids.
Yeah, early 2000s, dude. It was insane.
Who's the better current day? Who's the better snowmobiler, you or Jonah?
Jonah, dude. I sledded 3 times this year. He's so fucking good. I was so scared when I was on the sled, honestly.
Going back to NST, like that energy you had on day 1, and then going back to back, like right to the heli day on day 2, which that show aired yesterday. You know, in contrast to like what I had thought, I was like, I honestly went into day 2 being like, yo, Elston is like the dude to beat today. And then Nils does what he does and eliminates you from competition. Talk about like the sting of that. You know, it doesn't last long, but there's got to be some sort of a little bit of a sting.
Yeah, I mean, that was just like so hectic because fuck, I did my second run at like 5, like didn't leave the venue until like 6 on the first day, maybe even later. Like I didn't get back to that house until 8, and we had to be in the heli at like 8 the next morning, like so tired, like try and like flip through some fucking drone videos of like the course, but I'm like, dude, it's probably just like better to sleep. And then we're out there, get like one scope run, and they're like, all right, we're live, or like we're filming, so like hopefully you have something to do. And it was just like, it was such a big weird course or weird face, kind of hard to dissect a little bit, but yeah, kind of had a shitty first run. And then, yeah, Travis kind of like rode this line that I was looking at. It was just like that flat bottom. I was like, I thought it was going to be like too flat over on the left side to even like get across. So like I kind of wanted to wait for someone to get a track in there. And Travis ended up doing that. So it like made it super easy. But yeah, had that second run and I was super stoked on it. And that was like probably one of my better natural selection runs. Yeah, and it stings for sure. And it's like weird. It was weird at the bottom because you couldn't see any other runs from the top or the bottom, so it's like such a mystery. That's like from that clip, it's like, what the fuck did you do? Because I was like, damn homie, 88, like you must have fucking let off, like sick.
Yeah, but dude, you say your first run wasn't that good, but it was still a 70. We didn't get to watch it because of the highlight kind of cut thing, but like a 70 is still a very solid run in any competitive realm.
Yeah, that's a first run score where you're like, fuck yeah, I can build on that.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess just like, yeah, shooting to win, you know. So but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys have a loser's mentality. I'm only trying to post 90s out here in Alaska.
But I mean, I just know what it takes to like, especially against someone like Nils, you're like, fuck, dude, like this guy's tactical and he's so damn good. Like you gotta be like going high 80s to 90s if you want to like really feel comfortable with that, you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like the classic, like, do you learn something from everyone you kind of go against over the past couple of years, all your different, because you've gone against, you know, some of the heaviest hitters?
Yeah, totally. There's just like, mostly just like in mindset, I feel like you learn the most. And then also like reading terrain or whatever. But yeah, I mean, everyone's a learning experience. And yeah, I don't know.
Do you use any, like, because I know you're very nice, you're a sweetheart, but I know like everyone thinks you're a big shit talker. Do you shit talk at the top of the mountain?
If I'm going against Travis, I will. But
What do you use as do you do any research the night before to kind of get in somebody's head, or is this like a off the cuff when you're up there, you're just looking, you're like, I don't like your kit right now?
oh no, see, I feel like people like almost like expect me to at this point for some reason. So just like the fact that I just like be quiet and just like focus, probably just like that's the best thing I could do. Like I feel like a lot of people like maybe don't expect me to be taking it seriously, and I'm doing like little fucking mental routines to like get in the zone or whatever.
Earlier you were talking about Brown. Obviously, like it was so highly regarded and well received last season. What were you thinking when, the feedback came pouring in about how fucking dope that video was? Because it was so good.
It felt really good. It was definitely like such a shit show making that video, from like producing it to actually filming it to like the group dynamic. I mean, we're all like best buddies, but like, how it is when you're just like on the road for a long time. You're kind of like,
You have a producer credit on that?
no, but
Oh.
I mean, we're all just like planning trips and like finding money. Everyone's kind of like, doing their part, but just like, yeah, on like Ian and Butter's end too, they're doing like a lot of work. But yeah, it's like, once I saw that video, I was like, okay, this is pretty sick. I'm like, I'm hoping people are liking it. Like, is there too much smoking weed, like drinking beers type shit? Like, are people just gonna be annoyed with that? But then, yeah, like the response from everyone has been like 10 times greater than I could have ever expected. And yeah, I'm just really proud of everyone involved, and that we like were able to, make a project that seems like it's gonna like stand the test of time. So I mean, to me, that's like the sickest thing ever. So yeah,
Did you pick your music on that one?
I did. Yeah.
Nice Tom Petty pick. That was, I mean, and you had 2 songs. What's it like putting up that much footage where at the end of the season, the editor gives you 2 songs worth of clips?
Yeah, it's crazy. Originally it was 3 songs, but we cut a bunch of shit out.
What was your third song?
We like couldn't really nail it. There was like kind of like an intro section, and we kind of had some like punk shit in there, but we just decided to like cut a bunch of like the bales and like a few of the clips. But no, it's crazy. I mean, it was like it worked out because everyone kind of got 2 songs, and like both of those songs were like half songs, like 3 minutes of each, and they were like kind of longer songs. But yeah, like I've never had that much footage in one place before. So yeah, being like sit down and just like really like put it together from start to finish was super cool process with Butters.
You've designed a board with Nitro, and it's one of the, like, how much input did you have with it's the alternator, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, basically I've been pushing for that board for a while, and yeah, like 2 winters ago we got to design it, and me and Griffin, it was basically I designed it, and Griffin was kind of there to like, because I didn't know board geometries and like all the side cut and lifts and early rise and all this shit. And so Griffin was kind of there to like translate for me and like also make it work for him. But like the board was definitely, we designed it to like for, natural selection and filming backcountry freestyle,
Griff has that like engineer's mindset. Like if I could pick a snowboarder to like co-design a board with, I would be the same way. I don't know a lot about board technology. Griff, it seems like the perfect dude to design a board with.
Yeah, totally. And like we based it off the Griff's old pro model, the Mountain, and kind of just tweaked it to be a little bit more freestyle friendly. And yeah, he knows what he's talking about. He's obviously like a ripping snowboarder, and like that's what's cool about that board is like it works for, someone like me that's like riding these big faces or hitting these jumps or whatever, but also like for someone like Griff who's like just like ripping pow and like riding lines and like riding the resort, like That's like the funniest thing about it is like we designed it for like backcountry freestyle or something, and it's like every old dude's like favorite resort board, like which is fucking sick, and that's I think that's like a good testament to it. Just that like I was worried at first that it was going to be too aggressive for the civilian to enjoy it, like too aggressive, like a board that a pro snowboarder rides like usually isn't great for like the masses, and people seem to fucking be stoked on it. So that's a win in itself for sure.
I see a lot of them out in the wild. I mainly ride up at Mount Hood Meadows and Ski Bowl and Timberline here in Oregon. And I think I went to Meadows with my family last weekend, and I think I saw like 5 of them in one day on hill, which was pretty sick.
Dude, it's so crazy. It's like that one's like it's nice because it's noticeable that blue is pretty unique for right now. And it's like holy shit, like this dude's on my snowboard, and like I feel like half of the people that buy it probably like know what's up, and then the other half, like I saw one dude at Whistler with it, and I was like, "What up, dude? Sick board?" And he just like looked at me and just like, "Whatever, dude." You're like, sick.
He's like, I'm into tools, man. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it is. I know it's a big mountain board, but it plays in the Midwest. Their first year, it's like very blue collar looking, some tools on it. And I saw the graphic coming up next year with the dirt biker on it, and that one's pretty sick.
Yeah, that one's dope. I'm hyped on the base, like the derp. Yeah, no, it's sick. It's like here, I got it right here.
Yeah, go grab it. Let's see that thing. I don't think I've seen this yet.
Yeah, let's check how good the video quality of a phone tether in Alaska is. Oh, that is a smart plug.
I've seen that. That thing's dope.
Yeah, so I'm stoked on this. I like graphics that are just that you can tell what's going on from like a mile away, when it's like too much going on the base, you don't see what's happening when someone's actually riding it.
It kind of looks like Star Wars. It looks like a lightsaber on the bottom.
The spark plug?
Yeah, that's how mechanically inclined I am with cars and engines.
Yeah, I could see it. But yeah, no, Griffin does the art. I kind of pick out the colors. It's a nice balance we got. But yeah, stoked on that one too.
What does a down day in AK look like?
We lost the soccer ball already. I think we lost the frisbee. I don't know where the football went. Played at Uno. I don't know. It's just like a lot of fucking sitting around. A lot of screen time.
Give me an approximate time of first beer crack up there. What are we talking? Like 1 p.m.? We talking?
You gotta fucking wait because you never know when it's gonna crack. You don't want to like be sipping before getting in the heli. Like yesterday, I was just like, fuck this shit. Like at 3 o'clock, I went to go drink a beer, and then I look outside and it's like starting to break blue a little bit. I'm like, God damn it! Like
that is a good point.
Didn't end up going out, but
it stays light up there till like 9:45 this time of year too. So it like you can't even have that like 5 o'clock beer. You basically got to wait for it to get dark.
Yeah, straight up. But no, just a lot of fucking sitting around, looking at weather, just kind of stressing. You're like, fuck, we got 2 weeks, and there's like no sun in the forecast. Like, what's
any
going
books?
on?
You bringing books with you? You listening to podcasts? What's filling some of that downtime?
I did bring a book. I haven't opened it yet though. But kind of just go talk shit. I'll smoke some weed, go hang out at the lodge, watch some videos.
You watch any shows? You into any streamers right now? The Gentleman. There's a lot of great stuff out there.
Dude, I'm pretty bad about like watching stuff. Like I just watched Seinfeld basically if I'm gonna like watch something. So I'm like bad about just watching reruns. I was watching this Man City documentary last night, but it kind of got a little boring in the second episode, so I might revert. I don't know.
So you could watch any sport for the rest of your life and no other like mainstream sport. What are you watching? Is it soccer?
Yeah, soccer for sure. That's just the one I understand the most and like can relate to a little bit. I was into it forever. Like I was like watching all the Chelsea games for like a few years there, but then they got some like issues with like the Russian owner, and then they got sold, and they've just been dog shit since. But I've gotten super into watching motocross. I like went to a supercross race in Denver last year, and like now I'm just fucking hooked. I like know who all the dudes are, know like all the drama, like keep up on it. It's like That's my new like sport I follow.
I'm waiting for a freestyle motocross or whatever moto racing is called, like Netflix show. That's gonna fucking go off, like a behind the scenes style, like Drive to Survive in that industry. It's gonna be sick.
It'd be sick. It's like it's just cool because it's like the most blue collar racing you can do. Like it's still like obviously expensive as fuck to get into, but it's not like F1 or like IndyCar or like MotoGP where you like gotta be like part of like some rich group or family just to even like get your foot in the door. Like these fucking kids can like come from nothing and they're just like, a lot of them are like real ass people. So it'd be fun to watch a documentary like that for sure.
It's also so relatable in the sense that the judging is strictly based on who crosses the finish line first. There's no subjectivity to it at all. It's just who's the fastest, right?
Exactly. And that's pretty fucking sick. Like, obviously, I love like snowboarding and the subjectivity of it and everything. But like to like watch racing, you're like, well, that dude was the fucking fastest, so he won. That's like how it's gonna be known in history forever. That's just like, I don't know.
Do you guys remember, Jared? Were you at Recharge like when Ben was doing the Recharge stuff?
I went to the second one.
Yeah, I think it was that one where we were all hanging out and there was like Red Bull PTs doing like you guys could get massages, and they were saying that the moto guys are the most in shape athletes that they work on. Like those dudes are just in crunches training for like an hour at a time or whatever, lapping, and they're just
oh yeah, they're the gnarliest athletes on the planet. I mean, dude, they get so fucking owned too. Like you got to be like, they can't drink, they can't really do anything that makes it like, so it's like a greater chance you could fall on your dirt bike. Because if you do, dude, there was this fall recently, due to Austin Faulkner, maybe the worst crash I've ever seen. Just like fully like got ended off his bike on a jump and just went like probably 40 feet to his neck on concrete. Like somehow fucking walked away from it, but like the most brutal fucking fall I've ever seen. Just like millions of people watching, like people.
Those like, not to compare apples and oranges, but like you can't even compare a gnarly fall in like freestyle motocross or Moto X racing with anything we do on snowboards. Like they get fucking worked.
Not even fucking close, dude.
You don't think like Big Air 2100 coming around with all that speed and these new axes that people are spinning, you catch an edge and just slam into ice? You don't think that's going to be close to a moto fall?
I don't know, man. You can't.
I mean, at what point is a fall a bad fall?
I mean, for sure. Like if you get like smoke on some ice, that's like pretty bad. But just like your susceptibility, like the variables, and like because then there's other people fucking riding around you, and there's like the track is changing every lap. Like you'll just get smoked. I mean, it's all fucking gnarly. And like if you crash a car, like an F1, like you're fucked too. Like
every motocross race is like a Chinese downhill plus a Big Air at the same time. Like just people.
Yeah, exactly. And they just like they do it so much and so many laps, and like basically like. If you want to like be any good at that sport, you got to like commit to like breaking fucking 20 bones before you're like 25 years old, I feel like.
Yeah, totally.
How many bones have you broken?
Only like 5, maybe. Been kept it pretty chill. Collarbone 3 times, shoulder blade, and like a toe. Not too bad.
Do you exercise a lot in the off season or in like the regular season just to kind of keep in shape for snowboarding?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Last time I saw Elston in a bathrobe, kid was pretty swole. He's looking good. He's looking good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I kind of just like filled out in my mid-20s here, just like kind of gotten some more like natural muscle, I think. But like Ben, Gabe, Travis and I all go to this trainer in Bend at like it's called Boss Sports. They do like a lot of Kevin Boss owns it. Like has a Super Bowl rating for the Jets maybe. But there's like MLB dudes, NFL dudes, and just like us in our little like exercise group, and it's definitely like hard work. But yeah, I do that in the fall for a couple months, and then just try and be like an active person in the summer to like keep the rig tight.
You guys all go at the same time? Is it like you, Travis, Ben, Gabe in a gym at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Who's putting up the weight? Who's the standout? Let's be honest here.
Me and Ben put up weight for sure.
You guys are all just doing like a hot yoga class. No one's actually working out. Everyone's just doing.
No, dude, we put up fucking weight. Travis came in late. He was like lifting like 10 or 20 pounds less than us, and I could just like see the fucking stress in his eyes. It's so funny.
I just picture Jared like blatantly lying to us, and they're all just doing like a jazzercise class.
Oh, dude. Everyone's in full neon kits. Travis looks like an 80s like villain with like a headband on, just going like
Yeah, we're just playing pickleball or something.
Wait, is this the gym that Ben's been going to for a long time? Like,
yeah.
Ooh, I think back when he went to the Olympics, is there a photo of Ben riding the pipe in South Korea, blown up big there?
Oh yeah, it's up in the rafters next to like some like Yankees and shit, dude. It's pretty sick. That's your photo.
Dude, yeah, can you send me that when you go there next time? Because honestly, like that was one of the like first requests for like a big blown up photo I've shot, and I was always like, I was really hyped on that one. I want to see it.
So aside from this trip to AK, I'm going to see you in Bend in a couple weeks actually for this Red Bull side hit contest, right?
Yeah, you tell me. Is that thing fucking going down?
Oh, it's fully going down. It's 8 teams of 2 riders. And each team has 3 days to like build side hits all over the mountain, film a 90-second edit. The winning team gets $10,000. Who's your teammate?
Dude, the jar man, Mason Lemery. Are you kidding me?
What's the strategy? Where are you going first on the mountain?
It only needs to be 90 seconds.
Oh yeah, you got time, dude. You can make this thing like pretty crazy.
I mean, hopefully the top's open and the cornice is good, because that's like the sickest thing to hit on the mountain. No, probably go try and get a day or 2 on the cornice. I don't know. I haven't really been back home for a bit, so I got to go and see what the mountain's looking like. It kind of changes every year. Like some years, certain hits are a go and certain hits aren't, and then like new ones pop up. But like, yeah, just go build some side hits, hit the top, like trying to just like hit the most natty shit I can to save energy, I guess, or just not have to shovel is the idea.
Can I get in on a gym session with you guys? Can we get some time throwing some steel around?
Yeah, we could. I'll hit him up. We can get in there.
We'll do a live episode.
Yeah, interview T-Bird while he's lifting.
So then post winter, as we're kind of winding down here, what are the things Jared Elston's doing to just kind of like chill, thaw out, disconnect from snowboarding? Or are you going to go to Hood? You going to lap up there?
Surf with Jerry Lopez?
Maybe sick to surf with Jerry. No, I don't know. No real plans as of yet. I'm pretty stoked to go home. I've been home for like 4 days all winter, so go chill. Go chill. Then I might be moving into Ben first house though, so maybe get a new room, skate, snowboard, just gonna get back to like normal life shit. Go dirt bike with my homies. It'll be good dirt when I'm home.
What are you renting for a bike? What's your setup?
Got a Husqvarna FE 250. It's like just like a plated enduro bike. Pretty sweet. I'm super dog shit at dirt biking, but it's like fun to just go out in the woods and climb a mountain, drink a beer or whatever.
Fishing, camping, river floating, any of that?
I'll go camping. I'm psyched to backpack this summer. I got super into backpacking last year. It's just like overnight shit. So sick.
Dude, that's got to be such a dope benefit of riding for Arc'teryx, is like getting all their like summer camping shit.
Yeah, are we gonna see influencer shots of like just like your ankle and like you're walking in a stream and you're just taking photos of your shoes?
No, I'll take photos from the top. I like getting up on top of peaks and then taking the photos. I don't like the lowlands.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's sick. I got actually a question. I just got prescribed glasses. You're obviously a long time glasses wearer. First of all, any tips with snowboarding with glasses without fogging them up or anything like that? Do you run them underneath your goggles, or is your vision You
I
have
would
prescription goggles. Do they have that?
I would recommend contact lenses.
I'm gonna lose them. I'm not gonna lie.
You're gonna give yourself pink eyes. What you're gonna
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to be touching like my eyes much. Honestly, ever.
No, I don't know. I've worn glasses a couple times. Like these goggles are like actually meant to go over glasses. So these are pretty chill. Like these kind of work. Yours are kind of big though. I don't know if they're gonna like work.
Dude, you're literally heli ready right now. That's all you need.
Yeah. I don't know. You can do it. It sucks. I want to get the fucking LASIK though. I'm kind of annoyed with glasses and contacts at this point.
You're not terrified of a laser? Like you have to be awake and they shoot a laser into your eye.
Dude, I mean everyone fucking does it. But it's all right.
I could put you in touch with, Eamon, right? My good buddy, Eamon Ribera.
Oh yeah.
He claims that the dude who invented LASIK eye surgery opened a practice in Tijuana because of the restrictions.
I've been saying this. Got to go to Mexico to get it. Way cheaper.
Dude, all of my San Diego homies have gotten LASIK in Tijuana. They send a car to their house, drive them down there. You get LASIK, they drive you home. Like most of my friends who have gotten LASIK that live in Southern California have gone to this dude in Tijuana.
Dude, I'm just trying to learn how to properly wash my glasses. I got the little spray bottle. I got the spray bottle where you do the wiping, but I don't even know. Like, do you just take the whole thing and put it underneath your sink and just kind of let it go?
No, I mean I just use like a regular lens wipe. I mean maybe if I'm at home, like I see the spray bottle, but most of the time it's just yeah. I get some dandruff, so I get some dandruff in there mostly. But I don't know. They just kind of get fucked up, dude. There's like kind of no way around it unless you're like super, super good about taking care of them.
Yeah, Grendies and Todd Richards were making fun of me a lot like 2 years ago for having blurry photos. And you know what? It's because I had bad eyes, so they can relax.
They all look just blurry.
Yeah, I was kind of like, what are you guys talking about? Everybody's photos are a little bit blurry.
You zoom in enough, it's all going to be blurry. You know what I mean?
That's where I kind of noticed. I was like squinting to a point where I was like, is this in focus or not? But like technology with cameras is so good now. I was like, I didn't miss any. But yeah, it's tough out there.
Mark, when's the last time you and Jared shot together? Has that happened?
Dude, probably recharged.
Yeah. I mean, we went like, I shot with you one time technically for like beta way back in the day. We did like a park shoot. Yeah.
I didn't go to that park shoot.
You didn't go to Seven Springs?
No, I probably like only shot with you at like a launch or a super park or something.
Yeah, because I have portraits of you from somewhere and it wasn't like a contest. So I was with you at some point somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm a little terrified. I don't want to mess up. I don't want Jared to get angry at me and beat me up at the bottom of the hill.
Well, also,
what are you fucking talking about, dude? No, we got sick photos at Ben's like private sesh.
Oh yeah, that's probably where that was. Yeah, the bachelor one.
Yeah. And what about
what about Mark?
NST Valdez, where Mark was pretty much the MVP of the week?
Was he shooting photos or was he just getting fucked up the whole time?
He was doing both.
That was the start of my downfall. After that, I quit smoking cigarettes after that trip, and then just basically my entire body fell apart. I should have stayed on the horse.
Get back on the fucking cigs.
Yeah. Actually, yes. Okay. No, we did get some stuff. Dude, I asked Red too. I was like, so have you been to Alaska? And everyone's like, dude, we were all there at the same time and you were there. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we shot together in Alaska.
Yeah. I feel like you were like out on some Barbie though. I feel like it's like hard on those things because you don't even like see where the filmers or photogs are.
Dude, as far as...
But you did that fucking sick. You hit that thing at the end of the day.
I ragdolled off a cliff.
Yeah, it was epic.
Yeah, I was going to text Mikey after he won and be like, hey, man, thank you. I wonder if our training session where he had me hike... Okay, that is actually one thing I can give you guys perspective on. People that have not been to these places where everyone's riding, like, I never even knew how steep a run is at natural selection. You're like, okay, it looks kind of cruisy. Obviously, it's dangerous and terrifying. But to be quite honest, like, I never even knew how sketchy it was until I followed Mikey Cicerelli hiking up one of those faces just for like 50 yards, 25 yards. Let's be real, I was out of breath. But like it was walking up a ladder to the point where I start like, I was on one that whole trip. So I was like out of breath. I'm starting to get a really weird cold sweat going. I was like, Mikey's standing there. He's been up there for 5 minutes and he's like, okay, I'm going to drop. And I was like, if you leave me before I get up there and you tell me exactly where to go, like I'm going to fully freak out. So I'm starting to think, okay, I'm just going to turn around and walk back down. Dude, I had my board like in the snow. I turn around. I just didn't like, it was straight up and down, no place to strap in. And that's when I realized, yeah, professional snowboarding is psychotic.
You started respecting us at that moment.
Yeah, it took a while.
Clavin's like fresh out of the Valdez boat harbor, 3 a.m., heli at 7, hiking up a thing by like 11 o'clock.
Dude, and you guys...
Damn, it's just pretty steep, actually. You're like, yeah, dude, you've been shitting for like 3
Clavin's like,
days.
I should stop giving him all the shit that I give him. This is actually pretty fucking scary.
Hey, I never claimed to be an expert. I'm just a fan. But no, that whole trip was...
I'm a fan of your snowboarding, by the way. I'd like to get some more clips soon.
Dude, what I can't get over from that clip is it's not the drop in, it's not the takeoff, it's not the lack of landing, it's the complete release of all muscular and skeletal bodily function in the falling. It's like you actually like maybe
or something.
Yeah, like you could have like maybe your heart stopped beating the minute your feet hit the ground, and then once you stopped ragdolling, like I don't know, like a wet towel being like thrown through the air, you like woke back up.
Yeah, people are always like, oh yeah, you guys are living the dream job. First of all, my trip to Alaska, T-Bird just called me and said, hey, there might be an open seat if you can get up here, like for NST. So I was like, all right, the round trip was chill. I get up there.
Because there usually is, right, Jared? It's like there's usually 1 or 2 open seats up on those trips.
Stan didn't get a single run, and he like arguably he deserved one, you know, more than Mark at least.
He was putting in a lot of work.
Like somehow like stuck in and like ripping burners in Alaska. So fucking dope.
Hey, I was taking some good photos up there.
But, yeah.
Oh wait,
no, you were, dude. I mean, no one executed that trip better than Mark Clavin. You know, no one partied harder.
Yep.
No one. I mean, you probably got more laps than all the riders. You jumped in the harbor more than anyone.
That's what I was gonna.
Content was like probably top.
That's what I was gonna say. Was that whole trip started because Bird literally was like, "Just come on up. There might be a seat." And then the night before, I got bumped, obviously because someone that had a true job to do got like put in the one heli. And then Liam and Bird text me like an hour later at like 11:30 at night before the morning, and they just go, "Hey, do you want to just go like in the investor ship?" And I was like, "What?" So I got to ride with like the behind the seat, like the Illuminati of NST, and they were just like, "Yeah, let's go take some laps." And I was like, I got like 8 or 9 client laps.
Were you with the SEAL team?
Yeah. He was in the SEAL Team 69 shit for sure. And I guess I had I had told them at one point that like, yo, that dude over there that's like pouring beer down his pants into a cup and drinking it is the dude you need on your heli if a seat opens up.
We were bumping with them. I was with a guy from Jersey and I was with Pat Dodge and this dude from Jersey that runs some deli stores, and he was sick. He kept saying Badinsky, like it was a good time. A lot of cigarettes on top of Alaska peaks.
Dude, I mean that's what it's all about.
Yeah, but then if you ask when does that all catch up to you, it catches up to you pretty fast.
The third tomahawk.
Oh, yeah.
When you turn 31, your
That's
body
about when it catches up.
If you don't stretch,
31.
you hit the gym with Travis Rice. Did you just say you're only 31? I'm like with shock.
I just wouldn't have guessed that. I don't know.
How old do you think, T? We're pretty matched in clothing here right now. What do you think the age difference is here?
Yeah, hit me with how old do you think I am?
I would say if I like saw you guys in the street, I'd be like T-Bird's 38, Mark's 36.
All right, that's a win for me. I'm 42.
Yeah, he's got a kid, dude. I have no responsibilities in my
good,
life,
dude. On that West Coast living keeps you young.
That is true, man. Cleveland, East Coast living. That's
Cleveland will age you, man.
yeah.
It's honestly, it's been sunny, it's snowed, and now it's like gray skies all within like literally probably the last 15 minutes sitting at this window. I've already gone through a year in Cleveland. While you guys are enjoying your relaxed lifestyle out in the West Coast, the Midwest has gone through a rough year.
It's been hardened by the winter of Ohio.
Well, Jer, you're the man, dude. We've taken up an hour of your time. Try to keep these at about an hour. I could talk to you all day. Maybe we'll shut the podcast down and stop recording and just keep rapping because you're the fucking man and I love you, buddy.
Dude, thank you for having me. I mean, I love you guys too. Always great to chat. Would love to, get some off-air chat too. I'm kind of getting some texts. I got to see if they're maybe going to go fly in a helicopter.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm stoked to see the rest of these episodes. Who else have you guys recorded with so far?
We got Jilly dropping next, Jilly P, and then we're recording with Blake on Tuesday, and then we're gonna try to get Sparky in the mix like late next week.
Sick. Fuck yeah.
Then maybe, Travis, Sean.
Dude. Possibility.
We should probably get Elena, maybe. We definitely gotta just get around.
All right, thanks, buddy. We appreciate you, Jared. Be safe up there. Have fun. I'll see you in like 2 weeks, buddy.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get it. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you later. Love you.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too. Later. Be safe on the flight.
Yeah, I'll do my best. Don't fucking crash.
Oh, Jesus. Have fun, buddy.
All right, peace, guys.
Later.
Yeah, so Jared Elston, that dude's a force. He's fucking awesome. One of my favorite people. Love talking to him. I'm stoked that he's backing us and wanted to come on.
Yeah, for sure. I feel bad. I gave him a couple questions that I don't know how excited he was to, he didn't want to give it back to me, which was very nice of him because I know he can take big swings, but yeah.
No, he's such a good dude, man. And it's funny, like thinking back on the first time I met Jared and kind of seeing where he's taken his career since. Like, I'm just proud of the dude. He's a really, really talented kid. Got a good head on his shoulders. And, dude, he's going to crush it up in AK this week. I just know it. They're going to get that weather window, and he's going to emerge with crazy footage.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that, it's really funny that he has this big persona, but, I mean, he's extremely intelligent, handles his business besides his car payments. Like, he's got a really good head on his shoulders. He will definitely be probably one of the, perennial? He's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, perennial powerhouse, no question. That dude's a really bright future. What do you got in store for the remainder of the day, Mark? What's it looking like on your end?
Still I'm just learning how to clean glasses. It's Friday, it's about to be the weekend, painting the house a little bit.
Oh, what time does women's Final Four kick off tonight? Wednesday, because that's tonight, right?
Yeah, first game I think kicks off in like 2 hours. So I was gonna try to jump over there and maybe do like some kind of skit, but yeah, I mean honestly, like 3 episodes in, we have Red, Jill, Jared. Like, this is pretty insane for not knowing what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it, man. I'm stoked. People seem hyped on it. That's all that matters. If we can bring something to their world that they didn't have before and entertain them for an hour with some of these incredible personalities we have in the space, then let's just keep doing it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll get a jingle update and be done with it.